Hello, gorgeous people. Welcome back to the Shameless Romantic. I'm Kat, your demisexual spicy BFF, whose goal is to empower you with more pleasure, banish those inhibitions, uncover intense feelings, and deepen those orgasms. Thank you guys for joining in. I love hearing all of your feedback, all of your support. I'm just so grateful. Please know my heart goes out to each and every one of you. And as always, we have our super special guest of the day today. And why don't you introduce yourself, Emm?
Hi, I'm Emm. You can find me at Emm Swinghearts or Emm Voluptuous Vixen. I am a swinger, real life hot wife, and I own my own size inclusive lingerie apparel company.
Guys, who could ask for more than that? She really is the whole package. You're a boss lady, you're open, you're expressive, you're authentically yourself.
Oh my goodness.
And shamelessly herself. So we love to have these shameless women on the pod. I'm super grateful that she's so busy. She doesn't even live here in Orlando, but she happened to be here for an event. And thank you for making time for me, girl. I'm very, very grateful.
Oh my goodness, the first time we met, I was basically getting naked in front of you, so we became friends pretty quickly after that.
It's true. But she was in the middle of a boudoir shoot, and she was pulling off all these sexy angles, and I was just kind of along for the ride. Yeah, I was. You know what? Yeah, because we're this lighting hits here, angle it here, and let's move your hair all the way there, and it's
she gave me some pointers.
Yeah. So it was literally just a match made in heaven for a perfect friendship. So. Again, thank you for joining, girl. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here.
And of course, this is all possible too because of my sponsor and partner, Good Vibes. They are a premier sex-positive, women-principled adult toy retailer. I love all their stuff. They've been around since the 70s, and they mean business. When it comes to sexual education, sexual options, just giving you really safe information as well. It's not intrusive or tracking all of your stuff like some websites do. They're very respectful of privacy, and of course shipping too is always really, really easy and private for them too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. If you haven't already, be sure to if you haven't already, please be sure to like and follow me on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Kat is Shameless. And as always, we're about to get real, raw, and definitely nowhere near vanilla. So this is the Hot Wife Chronicles with Emm. So let's just kind of start from the top, tell me a little bit about you, how you even became the hot wife in general. Where did it all start?
Okay,
and swinging for you, I guess. How did that start?
My husband and I are high school sweethearts.
So cute.
We have been together for many years now. We did a lot of it monogamous. I would say where we're at in our relationship now, it's probably been over half of our relationship was actually monogamous.
Okay.
And it didn't really break open into what it is now and start our journey into the lifestyle until about 5 years ago, when I was just kind of going through a really transformative period in my life.
Yeah.
I had lost a bunch of weight. I started to gain confidence, and I kind of was having these realizations that I guess I just put away for so long because I think society has a way of you see monogamy. You see monogamy as the only option, and you feel shame for thinking anything else.
Oh, I know it.
It's I didn't know how to express to my husband at first or he wasn't my husband at the time, but my lifelong partner. Before we got married, I didn't know how to express to him that I was having these feelings of being bisexual, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Of course,
I was worried. You don't know until you open up that dialogue and have the conversation. So he kind of saw how emotional I was getting when I was talking to him about it, and he was very, very, very reassuring, luckily. So I just laid it all out there, and I'm like, look, I don't know what these feelings are. And he's since helped me kind of like, okay, yeah, you're bi. It's
like,
these are valid feelings. And I think it's something I've always really known, but I just never felt, I wasn't self-accepting of it. I think it was me.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you had a very similar upbringing to me, but, you know, I was raised in a church, you know, like a lot of things religious-wise, it was very hard to like really think outside the box or even have like a different style of life, because it's like this fear of like, oh, you're going to hell.
You're going to hell.
You know,
I'm from the Bible Belt.
Yes, honey. Yes, me too. And it's like, it's a real sexual shame, and just like being yourself is like hard in that 100%. Environment. So yeah.
But to be honest, like a little bit of the tea is like,
we love
so many of the religious, like I would say the ones more on top of things can do whatever they want, and they're not going to hell, but we are if we wear a short skirt.
Exactly. That's where crazy. It's all annoying. I mean, that's pretty much, you could say that for anything. Like government, people who quote unquote are in power or just like have control of other people, they just think the rules don't apply to them. And I think that is just the worst thing ever, because you're putting all these rules and like stipulations on people, and they feel so literally gagged and bound in certain things. And it's like, you're just kind of causing like this unrest, when this could all be solved if we could just live our life the way we want to fucking live.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going around recruiting people for the lifestyle. You know, like it doesn't.
If you were.
I know. I can tell people my side of it and how much it's helped me and my confidence in my relationship and XYZ. But at the end of the day, like, it really is a soul search for yourself to be able to do this kind of thing.
Yes.
Because if I was super insecure, jealous type, you think I'd be able to handle, you know, watching my man with somebody else would never happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it took a lot of the inner work for both of us, I think, getting into this, you know.
Yeah, of course. And that's the best kind of work, though, because you really feel like you're living authentically now. And you have to have those hard conversations in order to get to the sweet spots of life.
Right.
And I don't think anybody would blame you, because you mentioned like you were getting emotional trying to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot on the line. Like, what if something were to happen and maybe...
What if he didn't expect it?
Yes, exactly. And it's like, you don't want to lose your life partner just because of something that
is part of you.
Yes.
It's even more devastating, right?
You're like, you just don't accept me for me, or...
But it's a lot to throw at somebody at the same time.
Yeah, no, I get
Especially when you've been with somebody for that long. Because in my mind at the time, I would justify it, and I'm like, okay, well, if this isn't for him, I understand. Right. But at the same time, if he truly loves me, if your partner truly loves you, you can set those boundaries together. Maybe they don't...
Right.
You know, want you partaking in things right now, but they can still support you and accept you and love you for who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and there's like a saying that it keeps kind of like popping in my brain, but it's like, don't like water yourself down just to be giving somebody a little bit of like comfort.
Exactly.
Like, it's just, that's not the way to be. And it's part of like my mission of just being this like, you know, person who can just give a voice to somebody, tell you to live shamelessly, and just embrace all of you. Because yeah, it's a little scary, but at the end of the day, the people who mind don't matter, and the ones who matter don't mind, because they love you and they just want to see you happy. So if it takes you losing somebody who's not genuinely loving you for your fullest, like the full capacity of you, and wants to put stipulations and rules on your life, that doesn't sound like a loss to me. That sounds
100%.
Like maybe a burden lost, if anything, you know?
That's a big reason why I've come out and been so open the way that I have, because I don't want to live like that anymore.
No, absolutely not. Like, it's just, there's no time for that. Okay, so I love where this is going already. So you guys, you said it's pretty much half and half right now. So when you initially started, I'm sure like it's a little tough, you know, in the beginning, right? Like, you probably had some like, jealousy and like just feeling things out, having those hard conversations. So tell me about how you guys kind of manage, jealousy and everything. Is it all solved with a conversation? Do you usually have to like maybe make some life changes? Like what kind of stuff happens?
I will tell you that the one thing we've learned is to never have those conversations in the heat of the moment.
Yes, smart.
So, if something is off, especially when you're around other people and me, I don't want to draw attention. So I'm very private about my relationship and stuff too. Yeah. Not because I feel like I need to hide things, but that's just like a bond, him and I have.
Right.
So if we need to step away, we'll definitely step away. But if either of us find out like that we're feeling feelings of anger or jealousy and stuff like that, it's usually like a 24 to 48 hour rule. Mm-hmm. Because your body is going through a lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotions, unless it's something safety wise, and you address that right away.
Oh yeah.
But jealousy, what we found is it's usually something, if I'm the one that's feeling the jealous feelings, it's usually something he probably didn't do anything wrong. Maybe I saw he was having too much fun. That's not his problem though.
Right.
That's mine.
Yeah, it's a us problem.
It is. So I need to go take my space and digest that, so we don't have a blow up argument where we say things we regret, or we're like, oh, fuck this, we're out of the lifestyle. It's super important to give yourself that space, and I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with doing that because it's uncomfortable for those next 24 to 48 hours.
Yes. And can I just say, I think that is so freaking mature, and I think everybody needs, if you hear anything in this podcast, I think we need to take it from Emm here, because it's like, yes, you just brought up the point. People don't like feeling uncomfortable and admitting that it is an us problem, and we want to like point fingers outward, like, well, you did this and da-da-da, and like you made me feel uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, so much of the feelings and the emotions that we have, it's really in here. It is our inner world.
Yeah, it took a lot of trial and error to learn that. Like, I wasn't really mad at him. I was mad at myself because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it can trigger you sometimes, which is totally normal.
It can, but in reality, did they do anything wrong? 90% of the time, no. Yeah. So it's hard, and you have to swallow your pride and then be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I was, misjudging a little bit, but it happens. It's human nature, and I would also be concerned if my partner never got some feelings of jealousy of
right. You're like, do you even give a shit? Like, 100%. That's big. Yeah. You have to know. So, okay, perfect.
It still happens to us 5 years later.
Yeah. Which is like completely, it's human. You know what I mean? So, okay, like let's kind of like rewind in terms of like the journey. So yes, you realized that you're bisexual, so you guys wanted to, bring a girl in or what have you. Like, what happened next? Was it just like you just were with women for a while? Did you guys instantly think like, okay, well, let's make it fair, let's bring some men into the mix? Like, let's go on that journey. Take me there.
So, there's this famous thing called the one penis policy in the lifestyle, and so many people, and I don't want to shame your game, like, at all.
Yeah.
But it just, for me personally, I can't wrap my head around how you can accept unicorns. Well, and maybe it's her preference. Maybe she only wants to play with women.
Right.
But if your woman is expressing the desire to also have these males come in, I wish men would see that as that's fucking equal right there.
Right.
Like, that's fucking equal. But basically, when I told him I was bisexual, we were like super naive and young and so freaking silly that we were like, we're gonna go out for a night out of town.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna pick a girl up.
And
where was the hot night out of town?
Awkward.
Where did you go? We need to know.
It was supposed to be Universal City Walk.
Oh my god.
But we didn't end up there, thank goodness.
Okay.
Because and that's another thing. Like, you have to know somebody's in the lifestyle. I don't want to go hitting on a vanilla woman. Like, I was so not. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I was just thinking about one thing clearly.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to a big adult store called Fairvilla, and it's like 2 stories. Like,
We love you, Fairvilla.
huge. Yes. Oh my goodness, Fairvilla is amazing. They've got like a whole freaking floor of just toys and kink stuff, and then a whole floor of like lingerie, like so much lingerie.
Mm-hmm.
So we were checking out there. I got a couple outfits because I'm a huge lingerie lover. And they had one of those like TV back screens, and they had some pamphlets, and they were advertising this like adults only lifestyle, clothing optional pool party kind of thing. So I took a pamphlet and I got in the car, and it said like members only, and I was like, what does that mean? I have no idea what the hell that means. What's a member? How do I get a member of this?
Right.
Like, what are the prerequisites?
Yeah.
Tell me all of the things, because this seems like a much better place to pick up a woman than City Walk. So
much easier. Yes.
So I called, and they gave me like sort of the rundown. We went in that night and saw so many things. And
You're gonna learn today.
Yes, so many things. I mean, here, like, people are allowed to just be by the pool having sex. Like,
right.
topless.
Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, the new scenery, that's exactly where we're at right now. We're in Secrets Orlando.
Yeah,
so
we're not vanilla here.
Meant to preface that. Definitely nowhere near vanilla, even where we're shooting today.
A mirror on the ceiling, you know, for views.
We love that. But it changed your life after you came here, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I come back as often as I can, because it's just, I found my community. I found, even if nobody plays, because that's never like a requirement here.
Yeah, but at least
just being in it's a positive environment with people of all body types, of all backgrounds, of all ages, and I just have so much freaking fun every time I come here. It's just so freeing. It's like, I call it adult Disney.
It pretty much is. I'm not gonna lie.
Because they have everything. They've got, you know, a pool, a jacuzzi, a playroom, a dungeon, a club, you know, a cafe, little thing on site. Like, you don't have to leave.
Right. And that's probably the most dangerous aspect.
I know.
I'm like, I could stay here for like a week.
I know,
you know, it's fine. So, okay, I love that. So, would you say, like, whenever you came for that first visit, you got introduced to so much? Is that when you really realized that, like, a hot wife lifestyle was the one for you? Is that when it clicked?
Yeah, so we actually went into the playroom our first night here.
Okay.
Like I said, we had no idea. I mean, I showed up in jeans.
Yeah.
I showed up in
jeans. Oh, God. So green.
So, in the playrooms, like, you have to take everything off and wrap yourself in a towel, and you, like, put your stuff in a locker. And that was new for me.
Yeah.
That was a lot to take in, but I was like, I'm here. Fuck it. Yeah. So we go into the playroom, and, you know, there's rooms where you can close the door, and it can just be, like, you and your group, but there's, like, windows where you can see in. And then there's huge, like, orgy bed in the middle.
Oh.
Okay? And in the huge orgy bed doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's playing with everybody, but it's just a large group bed, so people are, like, parallel playing. So, like, one couple is here, another couple is over there. So our first night, actually, we just, I guess, dove right in and just...
you wasted no time.
Had sex in the playroom. That was crazy for me to do. I have no idea what made me do it, but I'm so glad I did.
Yeah. And I don't know if we got to touch on this yet, but she and her man, because they were high school sweethearts, you guys were each other's firsts. So you literally went from, like, you know, step one, and you just plunged in the deep end. I love it.
So,
you guys are so awesome and brave.
That was our first lifestyle resort experience, or club, playroom, you know, whatever you want to call it. But we were still only with each other that night. Like, at that point, we had still only been with each other. And that was a big hurdle, like, mentally, to kind of, I don't even know how to, like, break down what you thought was supposed to be. Like, you're only supposed to be with one person. You have to wait until marriage to have sex. You have to blah, 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 blah. Like, all these rules and constrictions, and then you have to completely rewire your brain and, like, no, like, I don't need to feel shame for this. I'm allowed to experience other people, because we had that tough conversation in the very beginning. We're like, when we're talking about this, we're like, what's our dynamic going to be? Are we only going to include this dynamic? Are we only going to include this?
Mm-hmm.
But to limit yourself is a great disservice.
Agreed.
You know, and we found so many friends through this. Even if we don't play an entire weekend, like, we're just so grateful for the community that this space has given us, and makes me like, it heals a part of me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I finally found my community.
It's like, I know this sounds a little bit offlandish, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's almost just like a unconditional love. You completely accept everyone in all like dimensions and, you know, flavors, I guess, if you will, of them. Because like in normal society, I feel like so many people judge you so quickly for the littlest thing. Mm-hmm. And here, it's like you just show up and they're like, hey, Em, how are you?
I know,
like, you're so beautiful. Like, I love your outfit, your vibe. Like, it is very much like love, like
and
big
then you
love.
go back to vanilla life, and you can't wear what you want.
It's hard,
and
right? The shift back has got to be like, oh, back to reality.
Yeah. So, you know, after I told him I was bisexual and we were looking for a woman, and we had our first secrets trip, we actually went home and we were like, okay, we had more discussions because that was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
We figured, okay, we really want to try more stuff. And we had the discussion of, you know, adding a male into it, because why not if we're willing to add a female?
Right.
Which I know a lot of people don't do, but I think you're missing out with the right single males.
Of course.
There's definitely. So we actually, my first introduction to the lifestyle was an MFM.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So I was spoiled, and then I got hooked. So, like,
and that would make it easy too, like the hot wife thing, because it's like if you already brought a new guy in, boom, you are the hot wife.
Yeah.
You're just like waltzed in.
I did. It was very nice. It's very different for me with women, because I haven't, like, I've known I've been into men my whole life. I know how to talk to them. I know how to flirt with them. I know what they like. It's a lot different because it's not like I've been exploring that other side of me for as long as I've lived. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes I still have my moments with that side where I'm just like, I'm so fucking awkward. Like,
it's okay, babe. That's the way it is. You know, we have on days, we have off days. That's human nature. So, and I think you're doing just fine. As long as you're happy and you're feeling pleasure, you're good. So, in terms of like that MFM, like, would you say your guy, you know, is he really like on board with like men? Like, would you say he's bi, or would you just say like, you know, he's there just for your pleasure, like hetero still?
Definitely there just for my pleasure.
Okay.
Flexible in the sense of like, okay, I'm gonna help you. Like what can I say on this?
You can say whatever you want. Literally, you can say whatever you want.
His dick comes out, right?
Okay.
It just slips out for a second or something while I'm on top of him, and he'll just be like, boop, you know, like, put it back in there.
Assist. We need like an assist. The dick assist. I love that. That's like a real team player.
I'm
like
serious.
100%.
Like, no, he's not sucking another guy's dick. So,
of course,
he doesn't want the penetration. He doesn't find like a sexual attraction to them.
Yeah.
But he's willing to definitely help me out for my pleasure.
We love a supportive man.
That is support if I ever heard it.
I love it. So, okay, great. In terms of like, you know, it's hard to switch back to vanilla, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, I would imagine you would still keep things pretty separate, right? You don't really.
Oh yeah, I don't mix the two at all.
Yeah.
My home life, our kids, they know nothing about this.
Yeah, and kids does add like a different kind of dimension to the mix. So I don't blame you.
100%.
You gotta protect them.
I really try to like balance, like, you know, take no more than like 2 weekends a month.
Yeah.
To focus on this side of me, just so you don't lose yourself in motherhood, because that can happen so fucking fast. And it has happened to me before. I'm like, I can't go through that mentally again. I'm better for them when I can have these breaks.
Yes.
But they don't know, like, even if 2 weekends max, but usually that's not even the case, because half the time we'll put him to bed and then go out, you know, have a babysitter at our house.
Of course.
So we still do everything with him all throughout the day, and then put him to sleep, have somebody there to basically watch the monitor, and we can go have our fun without feeling guilty.
Yes.
And wake up the next morning.
Yeah. And like that, but that really sparked like a good topic that I want to cover. It's like, you know, as a swinger mom, it's like that is just such a, you know, balance of things.
We don't bring people to the house.
And yeah, no, of course. And I think honestly that's great life advice. Just not losing yourself, you know, into motherhood. It's probably very easy and tempting because you're like, I want to be a great mom, I want to give my kids everything, but you can't be your best self if you're burnt out and you're not like pouring into yourself. So I hope some moms can take that away. Even if you're a mom out there and you're not trying to be swinging, like take that advice from her. Like take a couple weekends to yourself so you can pour into you and you're not completely pouring out to family, just kids, you know, job. Like there's so many things that are demanding of you.
Get a photo shoot done. Those always help.
Yeah, you feel real sexy, real empowered. Like I love that. Another big topic that I did want to cover because I feel like it's on a lot of people's minds, like in the swing lifestyle, how do you like, you know, make sure that you guys are being safe, staying clean? Like tell me about like that part of it.
So definitely every month, if not more than once a month, we're getting tested through a service called TTS, which is Talent Testing Service. And that's what a lot of creators and even just people in the lifestyle who don't like film on camera are using this service because it's really comprehensive. It's got a urine test, a gold standard panel, you know, like that has all the comprehensive works. It's got swabs, like oral and rectal swabs. So like you're covered in all your bases pretty much. And it even has like, because unfortunately there is really shitty people out there who are, you know, it happens. You have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So when people like show me results, you know, there's actually a QR code that you can't fake. You got to be able to scan that QR
Can't fake
code.
the funk. Don't try it.
You can have it in your Apple Wallet. Actually, that's how mine is.
Freaking cool. I love technology for that.
So my Apple Wallet, and somebody just opens their camera, scans that, and it'll show like clear for this until this day, you know, and it's every 2 weeks. So
that's so great.
Yes.
Because it's just like something, it takes your mind off of it. Like some people who might be out here, honestly, just in the normal fucking hookup community, people don't get tested.
Oh, we get so
and if
shamed.
anything, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it that you're being shamed when you're being safer than any just Joe Schmo trying to pick up somebody at a bar on downtown Orlando?
I have asked myself, like, thought about that topic so many times.
Yes.
Because we always get so much hate about it, especially on social media.
Of course.
If you put that you're a swinger anywhere in your reels or your TikToks, people are like, stay away from them. And I'm like, when's the last time you were tested?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because even if you think you're with a monogamous partner, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like,
no, if you're not being regular and like demanding it out of your partner, then it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you gotta be smart and like just do it for yourself and make sure that that person's coming with like also a clean thing. And it sucks that it really is like quite an investment for you. But I mean,
but you don't want to bring any of that home, especially. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
and it's worth it. Like especially because like you monetize now, right? Like you're on like the big sites, you're making money, getting her bag.
I am. I've started working with an amateur production company too. Okay. So you might see me on some DVDs. Who knows?
Find her. Would it be under Emm Swing Hearts? Like, is that your is there stage name?
Voluptuous Vixen.
Okay, Voluptuous Vixen.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, I still have people call me Emm, but that Voluptuous Vixen is my Twitter, my OnlyFans, my ManyVids, all that kind of stuff. So
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
which one do you think is your favorite in terms of like platform right now that you've been using for you? Whether it's just like you've had more success on one than any others, or like you just make more money.
Social media, or oh, you mean like between the paid platforms?
Yeah, like OnlyFans or ManyChat.
The problem with OnlyFans has changed a lot over the years. ManyVids is my personal favorite because it's like constant. It's a per video sale. Okay. Where OnlyFans, yes, you can do pay-per-views, but it's mostly subscription. Right. So I have two different OnlyFans. I have a free one and a no pay-per-view one. So like you can join the free one, but then you're going to be buying the videos, or you can join the no pay-per-view one for like one set price and you get access to the videos. But I think a lot of people may start moving away from that because there's so many restrictions now on what you can do, and they're not the most creator friendly anymore. You know, I think they keep trying to put restrictions on a lot of the stuff that we're doing now. But I like that. Oh, videos sold. It's connected to my Twitter, so it's like anytime a video sells, it'll tweet a little trailer. Like, video sold. BBWs. Let it out.
It even helps you like market it. Damn,
Automatic.
we love it. Thank you, Twitter. I freaking love that. Okay, so in terms of that, you know, you started it when, would you say?
Like, I really started in January. And I started
like taking it seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
I started doing more solo stuff, and I was still like I was more playing Hot Wife than I was like filming it. And then I was like, you know what? I really want to do this because I already like to do it. I might as well get paid for it.
Thank you, period.
So I started, you know, I'm very selective though. You know, it has to work for the brand, what my customers like to see.
Branding is important.
It is.
Look at us. She's got a whole marketing team right here.
I mean, people like, you know, once they see you as a certain way, they like to see you that way, and that's how you keep consistent customers. And, you know, mine like to see me kind of demolished by larger dicks. So I'm like, that's kind of my market.
Yeah, we're just going with the market, you know? That's great.
I can't, listen, I give the people what they want.
Yeah.
And I benefit at the same time.
Giving yourself pleasure and what's really asking you. So
I'm
it's
not
a win-win.
complaining.
Yes,
I like my
a win is a win. And then, like, okay, so do you have like a normal job like with it, or are you really at that level to where you could just be creator?
Oh my god, one day. But oh my goodness,
soon, hopefully, very soon.
The market is insane. Like post 2020, there's a lot of people that have like wanted to be creators. A lot of good people, a lot of great people, but then a lot of people who
it ends up being like, competition too at the end of the day.
They're just like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna hype you up, and then a week later they don't. It's a grind.
Yes.
People do not realize how much work it is.
Yeah,
for
sure. And I've heard of a lot of like management companies now coming up. So like this is definitely no news, because if you need a whole management team, I can imagine you being like, you know, is it really just you, right? Like you don't
it's
have
just me right now.
Yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yes, I do my vanilla job during the day. I work at like 7 to 4, and then I have Voluptuous Vixen as my side hustle, and then I shoot. So a lot of the times I'm like working until 4. I'll leave my house by 4:30, drive to wherever the shoot is, normally 2 to 3 hours away.
Oh my gosh.
We don't normally come up to where I am.
Yeah.
Start shooting at 7 or 8 for a couple hours, drive the couple hours back, and then work the next day. So it's a hustle.
Oof, girl. I can only imagine. I really can.
People think it's just, I'm gonna flash you my tits and we're done. That's not it.
Way more method to this madness.
Yes, 100%.
So, and then this isn't your only side hustle. Like, you are a busy girl. Like, let's talk about the other one. Voluptuous Vixen, the brand.
Yes.
Right?
So, the brand is sizes extra small to 5X. It is a size-inclusive lingerie and apparel company. And so Vixen is like a lifestyle term, technically. And it's, you know, someone who can enjoy watching her husband with somebody else, but not necessarily like in a cuck manner, you know, and voluptuous, that's an obvious word, but I wanted people to be able to interpret it however they wanted to. I actually got the inspiration to start it because I started coming to events here at Secrets, and there are wonderful vendors, there's wonderful hosts, but unfortunately, like, I started seeing a lack of diversity in sizing.
Yeah, you saw that gap in the market. You took it.
Yeah, because it was like, okay, we may go up to a large, maybe an extra large if you're lucky, and, you know, here, you can try it on, though. I'm like, I'm not about to try to, that's not going to fit me.
Right.
You know?
I'm looking at it, sweetheart.
Right, I'm
Thank
looking
you,
at
but...
yeah, exactly. So I didn't want. I felt like that my whole life, like growing up. You know, like I couldn't shop at freaking like Hollister and stuff like that because I've never been small, and I was like, I'm tired of letting people continue to do this.
Right.
Like, so I made it my mission to set up my own tent here and make sure that I offered lingerie and apparel, not just one or the other, in all of those sizes. Because
Bless you, darling. Doing the Lord's work.
and those places, I'm not trying to knock them, but like there's places who are just plus size.
Yeah.
But I feel like that does the complete opposite of what
Right. That's also
we
a little
hated.
exclusive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I used to hate going in somewhere and it was just small clothes. Why would somebody want to walk by a window and then they don't have a medium?
Right.
Because they're only plus sizes. Like, that's definitely not the goal of my brand. I want everybody to be able to shop there.
Right.
Yeah.
See, and that makes it even more special because you are just so thoughtful. And that says so much about your personality. You know, you
All
really
of
are
this
so
is me,
sweet.
You know? Like,
yes.
I can't fake it. This is my brand is my heart and soul. So I'm fortunate to be able to do what I do. And excuse me.
You're good.
My since my job is remote, you know, it's given me a lot of flexibility. So I'm very grateful.
Yes. See, then that's also great because it is so much tax on you to be driving, you know, to shoots and stuff. So that's just one less thing you have to think about.
Yeah.
So we love everything being very, very flexible. Okay. So let's talk about like just like some general questions about you now because we have a good foundation, like who you are, what you stand for, like your journey into like this like unbridled voluptuous vixen that you are. And like let's talk about like some of our likes, our dislikes, stuff like that. So
I'm ready.
If you had to say a type, what is your type? You can explain, you know, physical traits if you'd like, if you want to just talk about like a vibe or like personality, like let's touch whatever you want.
Okay, so I do identify as a switch. However, most of my switchy, more dom side is for like women. I tend to like if I know a woman's into me, I'll take control.
Yes.
But because I have so much like control in my everyday life, I need a man that's gonna take control and try to fucking manhandle me as fast as they can. I'm a curvy girl, you know. Like I want to be like complete like sub mode for sure. So I need like an alpha in the bedroom.
Yes.
You know, just muscles. You know, maybe that's bad of me, but
there's nothing wrong with that. I love being thrown around. You know, like and just feeling like this dainty girl. If you can like manhandle me, oh god.
Exactly. Where they put their hands, the hand placement is everything.
Yes.
Yes.
And what is there like you said alpha, but like is there any other personality traits that you like?
So I do like a mix. Like I like a mix of degrading and praise.
Yeah.
So somebody that has like they have to be confident in talking, like verbal.
Yes. Oh my god, such an understatement.
Like,
you're so right.
If you're not talking to me, like I can't. I don't know. I might need some lube. Like, just to be honest, like, you can have a great dick, but like, I need the interaction.
Yes.
So I want to know I'm doing a good job too.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like you literally just described my whole outlook and stuff too. Because when it comes to men, I do like to be like super subby, put me in my place. I've only been like, you know, more in my masculine with a man. I think one official relationship, he just liked that.
Yeah.
Like my kind of like
femdom. Like an altar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I can, but it's not preferred.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then with women, for sure, I definitely assume that more like, you know, in your face role.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you like one of my favorite lines is just like that's a good little slut. It's so simple.
Oh my god.
But it makes me go feral.
See that because it's like, the best mix of degrading and praising. You're calling me a slut, but call me a good one.
Yes.
100%. Good little whore. You name it.
Yes.
Tell me like just make me feel small, but also like the best fucking person on the planet because I'm doing the dirty things you want me to.
That's right. I can take what you give me, Daddy.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it. We're so vibing. In terms of like position, like what would you say is your favorite position?
Okay, so I used to say that I loved back shots because I thought I looked the best that way.
No, I get it.
But honestly, lately, I know as cheesy as it sounds, I'm gonna say missionary because I have been with some larger dicks. And they can make it like squirting is easier for me that way. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're just like, I'm a makeout person. So like sensual makeout. Oh my God. It just drives me crazy. Like,
is that your more preferred style of sex then? Kind of like just more sensual. I don't know if I would say slow. I'm not going to say slow, but just like very passionate. You know what I mean? Not just
passionate's
like.
a good word for it.
Yeah.
Passionate's a good word
like
for
connecting.
It. Yes.
You know, during the act.
That's like the talking, the eye contact, 100%. The kissing. I can't. It's hard to also get into it without kissing because I don't know. That's just maybe that's
making out is so
making out so underrated. Yes, it's so underrated.
Yeah,
it can really make you feel good and get you to that next level. At least me.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
when I can like smell and feel and taste and like all in your breath and saliva, it's also another thing that's gonna make me go feral. I freaking love it.
What are those called?
Pheromones. Yes, you're all up in there. Pheromones. You know, all the saliva because it's all in here, and then like anything where you can smell like their hair and ears. That also is like a really big scent spot. So we love that. Okay, so in terms of like, let's talk about maybe. Do you have any like fetishes that you would say that you could like name off the top of your head or?
I don't necessarily know if like I have a fetish, but as far as kinks go, I definitely love wax play. I'm a huge wax play girl.
Yeah.
I just love heat sensations on me. I love floggers, and one of my favorites is actually a pinwheel. If you've ever used it.
I have not. Is that the one where they roll it on your skin? Yeah.
It looks like a fucking medieval tool.
Yeah. I've seen it, but I've never used it.
But like a mix of that and like light rubs and oh my God.
Yeah, so it's like a little bit of a confusion for your senses because one is like sharp and then the other is like so soft and silky. Yeah.
So I would say classify that as like sensory play is definitely something I enjoy kink wise, Yes. We even have like a little like zapper, but it's like a small shock. So it's like something you do on your back and all the different sensations. I really enjoy that, like being in a dark room where you don't really know what's coming next, and then wax is on your back or the pinwheel's on your side, and oh my God, it's just so fucking sexy.
We're already getting excited, so I'm so ready. So, okay, let's talk about like some of the wildest stuff. Like, is there anything either somebody has said to you or done to you, any position that you would just say like really kind of like wowed you or is just like wild?
Oh my goodness.
Is there anything that comes to mind?
So there is actually two things that come to mind. So I was actually shooting with this guy that I had been talking to for a little bit.
Okay.
And oh my God, he was so freaking cute, right? Ooh. So my husband drives down with me, and my husband's excited too because if I'm excited, he's like, yeah, let's go. Like, it's about to be fun. And on the balcony, like in front of the street, is where we shot.
Ooh.
And the angle, because these creators, they know how to open up those angles. Mm-hmm. But his dick was so big that it made me bleed.
Oh my God!
So serious. I had to go freshen up, and then I was totally fine after that.
Oh my God! So wait, did it like tear?
No,
or like how
just
did it make
because it got so deep, it happens like that sometimes.
Okay. So like an internal.
Right.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Nothing crazy. Nothing alarming. I promise.
Yeah, that would be a first for me as well. That's pretty wild.
That was a first.
Like how big? Like would you be able to like demonstrate and like how thick?
Oh gosh. When I pull my arm out, it was definitely like.
Like your whole forearm?
Almost.
Like the thickness too, you think?
The thickness was like, maybe like, let me see your wrist. yeah, like your wrist.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Okay. Made you believe? That is very fucking wild. Okay. And then you said another one?
But then I cleaned up and we kept going.
Yeah. You're like, it's fine. It's fine. Just a flesh wound. We'll be okay.
I was totally into it. But yeah, just because the angle, because I was like bent over and like he was
stabbing your insides a little bit.
Wrecking my uterus. Like, shit.
I'm crying, dude.
My other one, I already almost forgot it. Let's see. I've had a few. We've definitely had some really good, like, full swap play with another couple that we like that it wasn't like content based, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
And we get along really well, so like her and I are both bi, our husbands are not, but we'll full swap and then her and I will play together.
Perfect.
And you know, maybe some like double dildo action going on where you're like back to back, and she was the first person I used my strap on with.
Ooh.
So yes.
Was it empowering? Did you love it?
That shit is a workout. It gave me a new respect for the men out there.
You're right.
It gave me such new respect. Because you guys, you
just like
work.
flexing
I know.
those muscles. Yeah, bro. It really is like.
It's a lot.
You men are doing some serious work. Yeah. I take it back because like my man hates when I go to the gym with him and I'll be like, babe, let's do some abs. He's like, babe, I do abs all the time with you. You don't understand. Yeah. And I'm like, it's not that bad. But then when you think about it, yeah, it is 100%.
I was like definitely sweating.
Yes, absolutely.
But it was like anything for you, baby.
You deserve the world, baby. This is all for you right now.
Listen, I'm a pleaser. I wanted to take care of her. I was like, it's fine. Just don't mind the sweat drips, you know?
Yeah, that might be a little extra lube in there, you know?
God, stop.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I love that. Okay, so what's like maybe a favorite toy or prop that you also either that you just like to play with or you think everybody should have in their like sex like repertoire?
This is a very basic answer perhaps, but my wand, my vibrating wand.
Same.
Oh my God.
Same.
And it's like, it's a Wii vibe, so it only if you touch skin is when it works and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, I think it died. No, it just wasn't touching my skin properly. And I'm like, yes, saved. Thank you again. But that's in my must-have. Clitoral like stimulation is what I prefer to do on myself. I'll leave like the penetration, you know, mostly to the men. So.
Right, yeah, and that's the beauty of it because it's like that is something that's just not normally present. Like that vibration, it'll take things to the next level. You can have.
It's quick for me.
Yeah, like you probably already got some dick in there somewhere, and then maybe a plug. But like when you get that like straight stimulation on your girl, it's just yum city.
I agree, 100% yum city.
Oh, I remember like hearing this once, but it's like in order to get to Pound Town, you gotta go through Yap City. And it's like also Yum City has to be there too. Let's put that on the list. You go to Yap City first, Yum City, and then we can go to Pound Town. You know, it's in that order. It's in that order.
In that order specifically.
Yeah. If it's like, think of like a new partner or somebody that, you know, potentially you could be adding into your roster. Would you say would you say there's any like traits where it's like an immediate no for you?
Never being busy, which sounds, you know, maybe doesn't sound the greatest because you know a lot of women do want that, they want to be doted on, they want the attention. I want the attention too, but not all day expecting a reply when I have a whole other life.
Literally.
So like never being busy, like sending multiple texts when I haven't had the chance, or if I asked for some kind of space, like that's the worst fucking thing. You will ruin a chance with me if you don't allow space. Yeah. Like, and that's not saying don't pursue me. You know what I mean? It's a fine balance, but like just don't take it so personal if somebody can't respond right away, and because we all have shit going on. But that's definitely, if you're able to text back, immediately every single time, that makes me wonder, like, what are you doing? What are you doing during the day?
That's too much. And as a woman who is literally, you're on your grind all the time, it's like...
It's draining. I can't.
Yeah. You're like, I have so much going on. Like, do you not respect that I'm a hustler over here?
Or like, they reply, but like, I literally will send the reply button and it'll be like, seen. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They're about to hit me with another one. Abort. Back away.
Yeah. Is there any like physical one too? Like if it's just like 100% not your type, like physical traits that you can think of?
That are not my type?
Yeah. Like somebody just like, hey, like sends you a picture and then you're like, this thing is here. And I'm like, no. You know, like I'm just not into you. Is there, or is it not really a thing for you?
I feel like I'm such a connection-based person that like it just depends, because I have been with people of all different body types.
Yeah.
Honestly, just being a good fucking person.
Yeah.
That just goes so far.
100%.
Physically, of course, I like somebody who can manhandle me. Muscles, you know.
But there, it sounds like if you're anything like me, it's like sapiosexual. You really have to be attracted to someone's personality, someone's mind.
Right.
And you got to stimulate me with like some good conversation or
it's
like
different.
Making you feel good.
Right.
Before you can be comfy.
It's different with the lifestyle and with like content. So like with content, I can kind of like move over to like work mode in my mind and kind of get what I need to get done.
Yes.
However, in the lifestyle, yes, like I have to definitely have that attraction and I have to have that sort of base with you to feel comfortable, like you're sharing your body with someone.
Right.
You know?
And that shouldn't be like light.
Right.
You got to take that into like consideration for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love that. And then, okay, let's think of something good also. Like, what makes you like feel sexy? Could it be like something you're doing, wearing, person saying to you? Like, what makes you feel sexy?
So, huge lingerie lover, of course, because that's my whole business and brand. I really like to accessorize with that. I like to dress my body and layer, because a lot of people, you know, it's easy to throw on a 3-piece set that's just comes like that, but it's the fishnets underneath and the harness around your body or the choker, and like I really like making outfits come together with more than just like the one package you received, you know.
Right.
So I have a really big, you know, repertoire of different lingerie, and that's something that makes me feel my best. And even when I'm shooting, I'm often wearing lingerie, and even at these events, you know, it's just something that's really important to me. It gave me my sexy side back post motherhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's how I was able to express myself.
Yeah. And I love that you're also like still so big into it. I don't know where like along the line, but I feel like somehow lingerie like kind of fell out of some people's wardrobe. Like they just stopped buying it or even carrying it. I'm like, why? Like it's literally like you're a present and you want them to unwrap you.
It's effort. Like, hey, I took the time to pick this out, because a lot of times if I'm playing with somebody, I'll be like, what's your favorite color?
Yes.
You know? And I'll be like, I'll show up wearing it, which so many men, it's red, by the way. Like, I'll show up wearing their favorite color, and it's just like the effort of, she put this on for me. She thought that this would, you know, look sexy to me. It just goes further, in my opinion, than just showing up and being like, rip my dress off, like, I don't know, it's just sexy.
Yeah, there might be a time and place for it, but I agree, like 99% of the time lingerie is just gonna take everything up a notch, and you're gonna feel so fucking hot walking into that room, because it's just like a big sexy present.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it. Okay, another good question for you. What is like your perfect day? And we can say general, we can say sexy, like what would you craft your perfect day like?
Beach day, no kids. Chicken. I love chicken. A trip to Target. And then with shopping, of course, because you can't go to Target and not buy anything.
Literally. You're fooling yourself if you think you're going in there without buying something.
And then, you know, having one of my men come by.
one of her many suitors.
One of my men come by, you know, and being able to, like, repeat people are a blessing because you really get to, like, learn each other's bodies and learn what makes each other tick. And, you know, my husband and a single local guy, you know, they'll have a good relationship, and then that makes it even hotter because then there's no, like, weird, oh, I'm trying to take your girl kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I recently became aware of, like, the term, like, kitchen table polyamory and, like, relationships. And I really do think that that would be just so ideal. The fact that you can all get along, you can hang out. And it's not like everybody's hooking up with each other, but it's like you can still be, like, friends. Like, there's a friendship there and, like, a respect, you know? So, yeah, I love that that's so, like, achievable. And you give hope to, like, myself and so many other people that it can't be that hard. Like, you just got to be in the right mindset, have those hard talks, and just, like, be authentically you. Don't let somebody change you.
100%. I've had like single females in this lifestyle that I've been friends with that I've seen change over the years because they got into these relationships where the person couldn't necessarily handle this lifestyle and they decided to be monogamous for that person. But it's for that person to feel secure. It's not for her.
Right.
And that's really unfortunate to see, you know?
Right. True selfless in relationships.
Yes. I wish people were able to do that more.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So, okay, I'll do like a quick yay, nay, like speed round. Okay. And literally all you have to say is yay or nay. Okay? All right. Let's start. All right. Foot play.
On me, yay.
Okay. DP.
Yay.
Double vag penetration.
Yay.
Okay. Eiffel Tower.
Yes, yay.
Okay. Fisting.
Don't know if I can logistically do that, so nay.
Okay. What about just anal in general?
I'm working on it. Like, to be honest, yes, I am. Working on the stress. It's a process.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay, what about swapping?
Yay.
Okay, 69.
Yay.
Spitting.
Yay.
Breeding.
Absolutely yay.
Okay, roadhead.
Safely.
Okay.
Safely. So, giving, yes. I don't think I could be able to, like, receive and too distracted.
Yeah, of course. No, that's fine. What about role play?
Yay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I think that's all that I can think of right now, but maybe we can come back for another episode one day and we can dive a little deeper into it.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
Oh, I'm so glad I came on.
I know, love. Thank you so much for joining. Like, this has been so fun, so informational. You've dropped so many great, like, nuggets of knowledge, and, like, it's so easy to see. You are just a chill, awesome person. Aww. And, like, you're just living your authentic self. So I really hope that this interview is inspiring some more people to open up.
I hope so too. I really do. That's the ultimate goal. I've been, you know, I lived so long just in fear of other people's opinions, and I'm just at the point where I'm over that and living for myself, and it just feels so much better.
Yes.
It's so much better.
Exactly. If you can take anything also, this is a second nugget actually. Make sure that you do that and just live and be authentically yourself. Mm-hmm. So where can they find you again? Like, if it's social media, you know, OnlyFans, mini vids, like, where can they find you?
I got a lot. Okay. So I'm on Instagram at MSwinghearts, EMM Swinghearts, or Voluptuous Vixen. Mm-hmm. Those are my personal, like, kind of spicy but Instagram safe accounts. And then I have voluptuous.vixen.llc for my business account Instagram. So that's 3 different Instagrams. Mm-hmm. I'm on Twitter at voluptuousvixls for Voluptuous Vixen Lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I'm on OnlyFans at Voluptuous Vixen VIP for my no pay-per-view page, and then Voluptuous Vixen Free for my free one.
Okay, got it. All right.
I know, but in my Instagram is a link tree, so that's easier.
Yeah, honestly, just find her, and then the rest will, you know, it's self-explanatory. Yes. You can find it.
Yes.
So, okay. For those of you tuning in today, what have you guys learned? Like, tell us, comment, DM us. Like, literally, both of our channels are open to whatever you guys have to say. We love feedback.
Yes.
We love questions. Maybe shoot some more things that you're curious about that you want to hear from Emm's perspective. Because
I'm an open
we
book.
can totally bring her back for a number of episodes. Like, from what we talked about today, all the gears are like turning. And I'm already thinking about more.
Yeah,
so.
girl, let's go.
Yes, slide in our DMs. We love you guys. We're super grateful that you're here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I think we have for today. Thank you for trusting me for being your spicy BFF, and that you're taking steps towards bettering your love, romance, and sex life. And don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, leave reviews. Like, your girl needs some love and support, so show your girl a little bit of love. And as always, stay nasty but classy. Until next time.